What's up everyone, I am just back from Iconic Auto Design and I'm just going to open the boot here because I got a few bits for the K20 engine. So I lost a few bolts, so I got all the bolts for the spark plug and the coil packs, that's what they are. And I got myself a new pipe because the other one that was on the car is very perished. And we got ourselves a new clutch. So I am going to take the gearbox off tonight and get the clutch done, get the gearbox back on. Unfortunately I don't have the metal coolant pipe for the thermostat because they're out of stock and I can't get one. So I emailed a few companies, hopefully I can get one this week or next week, and then we can button up the K20, get all the pipes on it, and then get this bad boy down to the garage ASAP and rip that lump out of it and get the K20 in it. At least that's a start. Then I need to sort CV joints and cut the inside for the gear shifter. And yeah guys, that's it. So I'll see you in the garage later on. So yeah, be 1 second for yous. What's up everyone, back in the garage tonight. I am down here to mess with not only the K20 but the Mini as well. Hopefully finally I'll be getting my dash back tonight and I can't wait to see it. But I'm going to be taking the gearbox off the K20 and doing the clutch. So we're going to do the, I've never done a clutch on a K20 before, but it'll hopefully be easy because it's out of the car. And we're also going to have a look around, make sure none of the seals are gone and give it a good clean up. Also another thing I'm going to show you now, it's not a good thing. So this is my thermostat cooling pipe and it's a bit worse for wear. It's a bit rusty around the edges. Now the seal looks fine. The problem is when I had my EP3 Type R, this in the car had like a pinhole in it. Now this one looks a lot better than what was in my EP3 in all fairness, but I ordered one of these and they say they can't get me one until May. May, what the hell. So we're just gonna have to run it until I get another one. Now I don't know how hard it's gonna be to change it when it's in the car. I wanted to have a new one. I ordered loads of new bits and pieces, bolts and stuff. I have them in the car because I honestly don't know where they are out of the plugs, spark plug things, we'll just say that. I'll put the name in them here because coil packs. I don't know where the bolts are. The coil packs, and the coil packs hold on the cover and it's a bit of a pain. So I got new bolts for them. I'm gonna have to get in the clutch. I got this pipe here because this one is perished to bits. I'm gonna pull that off and put the new one on as well. I need to order another few bits and pieces from Iconic Auto Design. I'll put their link here, their website, and I'll stick it in the link in the description. They're very good. They do all K20 parts and K-series parts that you need. So anything that I do need, I'm going to get from Steve over in Iconic Auto Design. So there's not much I do need. I think I'm going to have to replace this pulley because there's a bit of play in it. Now I'm not sure. I'll read up on it, but I'm nearly sure I'll have to replace that as there's a bit of play. But for now, I'm just going to, I might take this inlet manifold back off and I'll take the gearbox off and we'll get this clutch done. Clutch. Now we have my pipe and my bolts that I need, so I'm just going to leave that on top of the engine right there. Now guys, I went with a standard EXEDY clutch because I'm not going to be running mad power. Now the ECU that I'm getting from Iconic Auto Design has a pre-map already in it for a standard K20 with a Kswap manifold and an air filter, and it delimits the car. It takes away the rev limiter, when you put your foot down at 4,500, that's like, yeah, launch control, but it's not launch control. It gets rid of that. It also gives the 220 brake with more torque, more power. So it's not going to be running 300 brake horsepower, 400 brake horsepower where you'd need to get a good clutch, but this will do for now. It has all new bits and pieces in it, everything's there. So I'm going to open this now and we'll have a look. So guys, EXEDY clutches always look so nice when you take them out of the pack. So good. EXEDY there, very nice, fresh. Plenty of meat for loads of burnouts. and a fresh pressure plate. So that's all you get in the kit. You even get spline grease. I've never seen any other clutch kit come with spline grease. So yeah guys, I'm going to start with taking the inlet off and a few bits and pieces off the gearbox that are not needed anymore, like this clutch pipe. That doesn't really need to be here anymore because I'm after getting the conversion one for this. So I'm going to take that off first and get it out of the way. I'm just going to take this guard off because it's very crusty. I'm going to replace that. Now it's just 3 bolts to take off the half shaft here. So I'm going to take this off and then pull the half shaft out of the gearbox. Now that's out of the way, spinning freely, no noises, happy days. I'm going to push this aside and we're going to start unbolting the gearbox. Before cracking with them with an impact wrench, just try and get your longest spanner or a breaker bar and loosen them off, because you don't want to impact them straight away, they could snap. So do them this way, then impact them off. Ooh, hard. That's just the top ones now, so we get the bottom ones on. So we're going to whip this inlet off and all this off because I need to get the start motor off, and it's so much easier access, plus it needs to come off to do a few bits anyway, so I'm going to rip all this apart now. Well guys, unfortunately the camera went dead. My mate came up and we were talking for a while. I'm actually going to show, he brought up the dash, so let's have a look at the mini dash. So that's a new mini dash, guys. It's covered in real crocodile skin. It actually came off my mate Paddy's door cards from his Cadillac. It's done in 2 pieces because he didn't have enough, so you can see the join just here, but it's gonna look cool in the interior of the Mini with the brown leather against the green. I really do like it. It looks really cool, like the colour. Hopefully I can get a colour to match the door cards and to get the seats done with the Mini. Unfortunately I didn't get enough time. We ended up doing a lot with the Civic engine. I'll show you now. So gearbox is on, clutch is all done, aligned properly, all sweet, all bolted on. I have the inlet back on properly. All the power steering pump is on. I also changed this solenoid gasket in here and the VTEC solenoid gasket in there. So if anyone doesn't know how to do a VTEC solenoid on a K20 engine, it's on the back of the engine. Okay, so this is exhaust manifold side and it's literally 3 bolts. So you're going to look right there, you have 1 bolt, 2 bolt and 3 bolt, and you just wiggle it off and it comes off. And be careful because oil does come out. So I just got a rag, wiped it off, cleaned it off really good. Take it out and literally take the gasket out from the metal part of the gasket. You take it out and you just put your new gasket in, clean it up over, make sure there's no oil in between the gasket, put it back on and tighten it on. So that's the VTEC solenoid gasket done, and the other little gasket in there done. Everything is bolted up tight. I also took off the clutch line pipe because it doesn't need to be there. I do have the conversion one, so the conversion goes from here up into the Civic clutch master cylinder. I did put the old metal pipe on. I rubbed it down, gave it a wipe down, and it looks actually really good. The seal is still very good in it, so the seal goes in just here where the thermostat is, so that's nice and tight. The inlet is on nice and tight, and everything else is on back nice and tight. So there's a few more bits and pieces I do need to do. There's 2 bolts on the underneath of the gearbox that I need to get to. It was an absolute pig to do. I have my new bolts here to hold the loom, and I have the new bolts in the spark plug thingies. Yeah, that name, it avoids me every time, the name. The coil packs. So the coil packs are bolted in, they're tight. I also have all the little bolts to keep the rocker cover on. So the K20 engine is good. All I really need to do with it is the oil filter. I have a new one on the way. I have iridiums on the way, spark plugs, and then we're going to flush the gear oil. We're going to flush the engine oil, and then hopefully get the car down in the next few weeks, because yeah, it looks ready. All I really need to do with the engine is to put the half shaft back in, because it's not in there. Obviously it's missing, and I need in a gasket for the manifold, and that's it. Because I have the manifold at home, I have the rad pipes at home. All I need is a radiator and the ECU, which the ECU is getting sent off this week. Steve sold the other ECU. You can't expect him to hold on to it, because I don't need an ECU until the engine is in the car. So I'm going to give him my ECU. The ECU is going to get sent away, get sorted for whatever it needs to do to make the car run. And yeah, guys, that's it. It's exciting because this engine is almost ready to go into the Civic. I just need to get the Civic down because this pile of crap is still here. But my brother done what I did say from the start. He took out the whole subframe underneath the car, and the new steering rack is on. It's working perfect. We checked, there's no play. It looks really good. So that needs to go back into the EG6 when it's, yeah, maybe tomorrow. I don't know when my brother's coming down, but I'm in work all this week, so I'm after getting enough done. I'm happy. I am going to come down the weekend. I'm going to get the dash fitted in the Mini. So we're going to get that lovely brown dash in on top, and then I can put my windows in, and then hopefully my brother this week can blow over a coat of primer and then paint these bits and pieces and get them on the Mini and get this bad boy finished and drive it, because it hasn't been on the roads in over a year, and it's really pissing me off that I haven't driven the car and I haven't finished the car as fast as I wanted to. But unfortunately, With COVID, there's a lot of checkpoints. We're not allowed to go 5 kilometers from our homes. So the garage is, I think it's 8.5, 9 kilometers, and there are guarded checkpoints. They are stopping you, asking you where you're going, making sure you have your mask, making sure you're not going too far. But I'm on my own in the car. I can just tell them I'm going to work because I come down to the garage to work anyway. So I do risk it, and I do risk getting fined and in trouble, but I come down here for an escape, guys. This is my hobby. This is what I love doing. This is what I enjoy. I come down, I work on my cars, I do what I need to get done. Most of the time, as you can see, I'm here on my own. Sometimes the lads are here, but we do wear masks around each other. We are staying safe, and that's pretty much all I can do. It's hard even getting one video out a week because sometimes I don't get to come down with work and kids. So I am busy. I do try and prioritise things. But yeah, guys, I'm going to stop blabbering around. I'm after getting a lot done tonight of what I wanted to get done. Clutch and stuff is done. I'm happy with that. It looks good. It's nice and tidy. I am going to give it another degrease and try and get it all tidied up. So yeah, guys, for now, it's going to be peace out. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Please give my videos a like. A huge thumbs up. It really does matter. And comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know what you think I should do with the engine. Let me know. We are going to get the Civic down in a few weeks. Spray the engine bay, get it nice and clean for the engine. I'm not just going to put it in faded engine bay and there's messiness and scrubbiness. So it's going to be nice and clean. And then I will keep the car for maybe a couple of weeks and sell it because I want the Supra. We all have dreams, guys. If you have a dream, work hard for it and do it. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it. So yeah, guys, don't forget, dream big, do what you want, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.